What is up? First the floor. I'm Jake Eisenberg. Quick instant reactions after the Celtics just take down the Raptors 115-101. Please let me know if you cannot hear me or anything like that because I'm solo and I'm not talking to anybody. But yeah, man, that ended up being a fun end to our Easter Monday matinee. I was waiting to set this stream up because game started at 5:30 a.m. my time, and I'm not getting up at 5:30 a.m. our time to stream a loss to the Toronto Raptors. It's just not happening. Not on the day that Jesus allegedly rose. Not on that day. But the Boston Celtics, we can hear you. Thank you, Rui. Appreciate you. And it's only right that we get Rui's comment up here because Neemias Queta is a monster. Neemias Queta is a monster. Team high plus 30. That had a little bit to do with Nikola Vucevic being a team low minus 14. But holy smokes, dude. Neemias Queta is a beast. He is this the Boston Celtics is full of stories this season about development stories that you cannot believe have come true, whether it's Baylor Scheinman, Jordan Walsh, Jaylen Brown, Peyton Pritchard, Tatum coming back. But like the most unlikely of them all continues to be Neemias Queta. Like Jalen Duren has a really good case for most improved player. And I could not be mad at Jalen Duren for winning it. He's been a fucking machine and deserves to straight up be on the All-NBA team. But Neemias Queta is a fucking monster. And he went from being your third string center and had some nice moments, but there was a reason why, hand up, I ranked the Celtics front court last in the NBA coming into the season for a Celtics blog. I'm an idiot. I'm a dumbass. I didn't believe in Neemias Queta to this degree. And he's moved himself. I did it recently, and below the obvious tier one guys, the Jokic's, the Wembys, we're not having that conversation. But it's probably ridiculous to say he's on the same level as Evan Mobley, but Evan Mobley's on a max. Neemias Queta is a monster. And when you talk about toughness and physicality, strength, size, athleticism, he's got everything you want in a starting center. Even the ability to defend out in space in moments tonight, so impressive. 9 from 10. The touch around the basket has gotten so much better. A couple of late shot clock, post move, hook shots. The free throw percentage is right around 70%, which is an underrated part of Neemi's game and being a center in the NBA. He's at 69.9%. Nice from the free throw line. And how many minutes did he end up playing tonight? 33.5 and 52 seconds. That's the question. Sorry. Yeah, get that long-term deal locked in. Before Neemias Queta gets the Aaron Baines 3-point shooting bump as well, because you know what's coming. That 3-point shot he took a couple of days ago, who was that against? Late shot clock. It looked good, swirled in and out. Who would be surprised at this point if Neemias Queta turns himself into a semi-capable 3-point shooter? A guy that late shot clock you can throw it to. He might be able to knock one down. Who am I to say that it's not happening for him at this point, dude? So impressive. But yeah, get that deal locked in, Bradley Stevens, as soon as you can. Yeah, and it's a great point from Queta, and that's something that we've been talking about is how many minutes can Queta play? Because the foul trouble, he got 4 today. He wasn't in foul trouble at any point really today. That's fine. I feel like he's been playing more lately. He had 28, so he played 34 minutes tonight. If he can do that, 34 tonight, 29 against the Bucks. Didn't really need to play more. 33 against the Heat, 29 against Charlotte, 28 against the Hawks. He played 30 against OKC. I feel very confident that he is playing 30 minutes a night, no problem. So then you've got 18 minutes to play with, which is kind of a lot. Can he get to 30, 35? 35 feels like a big ask, but he was awesome tonight at 34. So why not? And had to play, and he was covering all kinds of holes. Monster on the glass. The short roll stuff with Tatum is really developing, and this is going to be a quick instant reaction. And then tomorrow, me and Spoonie will do a bit of a broader recap on the weekend and this game and some standings watch. And then on the Patreon, we're going to do a deep dive into the Tatum Queta 2-man game and impact, because if you're not in the First to the Floor Discord, you should get in there. And everyone's hating on Vooch. Everyone's hating on Vooch. It's tough. So tomorrow will be 8 p.m. Eastern time. We'll go live, and then we'll jump over to the Patreon about halfway through that show. But yeah, if you're not in the Discord, if you love Nikola Vucevic, you probably don't want to get in the Discord right now, because it's not a good spot, not a good place to be. Are they still insane there? Since we removed Mac from the Discord, we're like 78% less insane, but still pretty good level of insanity going on there with guys like Icy up to 5 a.m. every night. I went to bed before Icy, and I'm like 18 hours ahead. But the Vucevic minutes did not go very well. The defense struggled. The rebounding is there. Like Vucevic going 2 for 5. It's like there's no way to really spin that performance. And I've been someone who's very pro Vooch. He was not there tonight. And I'm not even saying he's better than Gaza. What I'm saying is you want another punch in the playoffs. The main reason we need Vooch, in my opinion, is for the second round series that looks like it's definitely going to be happening, because the Cavs are fucking cowards and are resting everybody against the Pacers today. They want nothing to do with the 2-3 matchup against the Boston Celtics, and they're probably smart too. Slight tangent, they're cooked. I've come around, like I've been before the Cade injury. I was like, that's the team you kind of want to see. From what I've seen from the Cavs over the past couple of weeks, getting their shit kicked out of them by the Lakers, resting against the Pacers, the Pistons being just monsters since Cade has gone down. That level of toughness, physicality, they're going to kick the shit out of the Cavs. I bet the Pistons to win the Eastern Conference, because the value, they're the 4th in odds. It's just good value, and then low key in an emotional hedge, an early emotional hedge once the Celtics get to the conference finals against the Pistons. That's going to be intense. But give me the Celtics. But why you need Nikola Vucevic is for the second round series against the Knicks, when Mitchell Robinson, I love Gaza. He's not a very good defensive rebounder. And when Mitchell Robinson's going to be out there, maybe you try and play with the lineups and matchups so Queta plays more against Mitchell Robinson. But those Mitchell Robinson minutes, there's a reason Joe Mazzulla goes to Hacker Robinson. And Vooch is kind of stamped as a legit defensive rebounder. And if you can take care of the defensive boards, that's just going to keep you afloat in the non-Queta minutes. The non-Queta minutes are a real concern and a real part of the equation when we go into the playoffs. But this is the thing. I think that the Knicks are the best on paper matchup against us, but it would not surprise anybody if they lost in the second round. I haven't, because I was watching on delay. I haven't kept an eye on anything else that has happened today. If any other games happened that impact the standings, no. I mean, it could be anybody. Another reason why this game was big to me, I want to push the Raptors into this 7-8 game. I know it was close today for at least a while. but that's 4-0 against the Raptors this season. One of them was a blowout. One of them came without Jalen and someone else important, Jalen and Queta, I believe. And you ended up winning by 14 in a game where you had 15 turnovers. You had 15 turnovers in the third quarter. I don't think you turned, or maybe early in the fourth. You didn't turn it over again. It was pretty obvious what was happening in this game. The Celtics were turning it over uncharacteristically. Part of that was a few offensive fouls that I thought were a bit ridiculous. I think three of Tatum's fouls of all of his fouls were offensive fouls. At least two of them. And then you couldn't hit a shot. So you win a game where you turn the ball over 15 times, which you never do. Granted, you forced 15 turnovers from the Raptors. A lot of those kind of came late when the game was over, though. A few of those came late. And the Raptors were 40% from three, while you were 28.6% from three. Winning games when you shoot sub 30% from the field, from the three-point line, while the opponents shoot 40%. Granted, the volume of the Raptors is abysmal. And another reason why I want to play the Raptors, they just don't have the variance in them. Scotty Barnes' insanity run of being a good shooter is completely over. He's a good player, but when we're talking about playoffs and game planning and shining a bright light on players' weaknesses, I mean, it's actually even worse than I thought. He had one season where he was 34.1%, which he started really hot and was 40% plus, ended up at 34. Sub 30% this year, 29.6, 27.1% from three last year. A career 29.9% three-point shooter as one of your main offensive engines is just not going to get it done in the playoffs. Brandon Ingram doesn't shoot enough threes. He was kind of cooking Pritchard in this game late, but when you're just doing 2-point pull-ups, he took 1-3 today. It's just not good enough, dude, and got 3 rebounds. He's basically just 6'8" TJ McConnell. Who's not as active defensively. What are we talking about? 1 turnover in the fourth quarter. Yeah. Once you got back to playing Celtics basketball, this game in this matchup is a fucking wrap. The Raptors are my number one choice for the first round. Raptors and Heat, probably tier 1. I have the Magic in a tier alone because I think as a team, they probably deserve to be in that group. But I don't want to deal with the dirty shit. If you saw what Goga Batatse did to Australian legend Jock Landale a couple of games ago by when Jock Landale was going up for a shot, just grabbing his neck and throwing him to the ground. And now Jock Landale's out for the season, which has led to the Hawks signing. They signed someone that meant they had to cut someone. So Goga Batatse just ruined that person's life. But yeah, so Celtics win. Tatum ended up having, 23 rebounding is out of control, dude. 23 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, just in the bank. And the efficiency was really nice tonight because he got to the free throw line. He's been drawing quite a few 3-point foul shots, which is really helping. And the passing continues to be fantastic. We were getting into it in, oh my God, I forgot it was Tony B, Pacers legend, my GOAT from last playoffs. How can I forget that? But yeah, Tatum's passing that high pick and roll, I think it was, and then Tatum and then Queta slipped it when, the Raptors were hedging high and aggressive a lot of the game. Queta slipped. Tatum takes an escape dribble up towards the right wing and then fires a low right hand pass to Queta down low into a tight window. We were getting into it last night a little bit about where Tatum ranks as a playmaker, and I think he's right below the top tier guys. Me and Steven, our first fight, maybe second fight as Discord friends, he was saying Tatum not elite playmaker, but I think it's more Tatum as an offensive engine, clearly elite. As a pure passer, guys like Garland, LaMelo obviously have him beat. But the way that he's able to create consistent advantages in the half court, to me, I value really, really highly. And it doesn't really matter where you rank him. The fact that he is in this kind of upper echelon conversation as a wing player, the fact that he's able to get these guys involved, and how much did we just miss finding Queta in particular on the short roll? when teams are switching, having the option for Queta to slip and then Tatum to be 6'10", fire those passes over the top, and then have Queta go to work or make passes, find shooters from there, find cutters. Like just a hugely important part of the Celtics offense when we get to the postseason, when teams try to switch, when teams are playing drop. Doesn't matter. Like when Pirtle was out there, either finding Queta for easy ones or Tatum attacking the big in space, in drop, just too easy. Really, really impressive. And something to keep an eye on and something to note, Sandro Mamu Kilishvili. Apologies if I butchered that, Mamu, but we're bringing him home this offseason. He's a free agent. Again, shout out Steven, who has brought this to the forefront. He is our number one target for the mid-level exception. He would fit so fucking well on this team. Could play some small ball 5 for us. Could play the 4. You to play kind of go jumbo and also space the court like a Queta, Mamu, Tatum, Jalen, and then anyone else, whether it's a Derek or a Hauser or a Baylor. Really, really tantalizing from a lineup flexibility perspective. Who the heck is Steven from the Discord, Derek? You got to get in there. Steven from Finland, our educated casual. That's what we'll call him for now. Shout out Ibrahim in the Discord as well. Shout out everybody that's here. But I appreciate everybody for being here. We'll kind of wrap that up today. Like the stream while you're here, and Gaza and Vooch can't defend to save their life. That's right, Arjuan. But it's not an either or thing. I think Gaza more consistent. The energy, the offensive rebounding, the 3-point shooting has been really consistent. I think in a vacuum, I'm very comfortable saying that Gaza has been better than Vooch since Vooch has arrived. But I do think the defensive rebounding in that Knicks matchup in particular, again, there's a reason why Missoula always goes to Hacker Robinson, because we really struggled to deal with him on the glass. Even though the Celtics have been number one defensive rebounding team in the NBA since January, basically, and the defensive rebounding duo of Tatum and Gaza and Queta is elite. Fuck, I think it was Demon Llama who was making fun of the way that I say Neemias Queta, and now every time I say Queta, I hear him in my head. So fuck you, Demon Llama. But that defensive rebounding duo of Queta and Tatum, elite, but there's going to be minutes where Queta is not on the court and Tatum is not on the court. Is there a poll happening? Well, shit. Oh, and Z Gamer, sorry, I missed this. When we're going to Boston in October, probably pack the live show in the first floor hotel room. No, start making arrangements for opening week range to get to Boston, and maybe that's the next poll we need to do. Would you come to a first floor live show in Boston? How many people do we need in order to make it not sad if not enough people turn up? Because I don't want Ben Tallis to live out his biggest fear and no one turning up to the first floor live show. But Z-Gamer will be there. We know that. We'll be there. Anyway, pleasure. Celtics win. Celtics, you got to fly all the way out, OU. That's the way to do it. And then, I leave for Boston in like 3 or 4 days. It sounds like, man, I was looking at the weather. It looks like it's going to get a little bit better in a few days, but holy shit, what the hell is going on over there? That is not supposed to be like that. I've changed my whole packing list since looking at the weather. But see you guys soon tomorrow. Me and Spoonie kind of diving a bit deeper on this game and some bigger picture Celtic stuff, and then some standing. We're probably going to dive into the Tommy Gunn, Bill Simmons drama. If you missed that, make sure to check that out before tomorrow's pod, and then the Tatum Queta 2-man deep dive on the Patreon. Make sure you sign up for that one tomorrow. Up the Celtics. I really want to get to 55 wins. We're getting there. All right. Till next time. Go Celtics. Peace.